Welcome to the Dice Tower, a video cast all about the world of board games and the people who play them. This is the 2010 edition of our annual Top 100 Board Games of All Time, featuring the Vassal family.
This is Melody.
Vassal.
And today we'll be talking about 5 more of our top 100 games. I hope you've been enjoying this series. We've been having a lot of fun putting it together, but we also have been putting some money and a lot of time into it. So if you really like it and you want to keep supporting us doing this, head out to our website at www.thedicetower.com and you can find a way to support us financially if you'd like to. But enough about that. Let's look at 10 more games.
Yes. Number 95 is Gula Gulo.
Gula Gula is a game in which players are moving little plastic wolverines around a track, and as you move from color to color, you can then take that color egg out of the thing without making the alarm fall. And so if you, for example, if I pull a green out, I can jump all the way to this green, while if I get a blue, I have to stop at this blue before going to the next. There's a few more rules about moving, but the game mostly centers around the little egg device here. As you pull these out, you're trying not to make the stick alarm fall over. Now, little fingers have a big advantage here, because when big fingers, I pulled the thing out. But if you make it fall, then your Wolverine has to go back. And then you stack the eggs up again. And the first person to get all the way here, find the purple egg, is the winner.
I like this game because you're moving the little plastic Wolverines around the track like a little path or something. And I also like it of how you take out the egg. Like my father said, it is an advantage for little fingers, but not really good for bigger fingers. I tried it before, it was bad. Well, the thing is for this game, I think it would be cool if they actually did put real little tiny bells on the alarm, and so if it fell, it would make little jingling sounds. Number 95, Dice Town.
Dice Town was added to my list last year. It's a dice rolling game in which players rolling dice with poker symbols on the sides of them. And you're trying to roll things like a straight flush or 4 of a kind or what have you, different combinations. And you're trying to roll the same symbols so that you can get gold nuggets, so that you can get lands, so that you can steal cards from other players, so that you can do all kinds of different things, but it's all simple fun. The act of rolling these dice, it's almost like Yahtzee. Yeah, it has a Yahtzee feel to it, where you get to re-roll your dice, but you can pay to change dice. There's all different little tricks you can do, and it's one of those games that you teach people, and they're like, wow, that game was just a blast to play. Lots of fun rolling the dice, seeing what combinations you've gotten up, and the Wild West theme fits really well. I just enjoy this one. I think it will be in my top 100 for a while yet. Dice Town.
Number 94, Animal Upon Animal.
Animal Upon Animal is a simple game in which players are rolling a die that each turn shows how many of the animals they have in front of them they must place on or touching this alligator. Basically, the animals can be stacked on any way you want, but eventually it's going to get to the point where you're going to make some of them fall over, at which point you'll take those animals in front of you. And you're basically just trying to get rid of all your animals. It's a kind of a typical dexterity game, except for a couple things. One, the animals are really cute, and two, they're all different shapes, so it's a lot of fun on how you put them on top of the alligator. Lots of wooden chunky pieces and a die.
I like this game because I like to stack up the animals that they have really good artwork and they're really, really cute, which is why I like this game. Number 99, Horse Fever.
Horse Fever is brand new to the list this year. I don't know what it is about this game. I just find it absolutely amazing how a game that looks, well, it's really not a pretty looking game. And there's so many horse racing games out there, but this one manages to take bidding and turn it into a very vicious, back and forth fun game. I don't think there's a clean horse race here. Someone's drugging the horses, beating down people, asking for money, and all this is going along, and it's very fun. You can ignore all that and play a simple, straight family game with it, but man, have I laughed so much as in this game. Horse Fever.
Number 93, cheese snatching.
On a player's turn in this game, they're going to roll 2 dice that show a blue die for the mouse and a red die for the cat. So you roll them, the cat moves 2, and the mouse moves 3. You then take the cheese slice wherever the mouse is. Now you can keep doing this as many times as you want, but if the cat and the mouse ever land on the same one,
All your
then
cheese go back.
all the cheese that you've gotten, you've lose. So basically just a simple push your luck game, really designed for children, with some very fun artwork and a cat and mouse.
I like this game because I like it how the cat is chasing the mouse and how you're trying to get the cheese. I really like the artwork because it's really good. And plus, cheese is delicious! Number 93, tumbling dice.
Tumbling Dice. I'm so glad to have this game. It was a bear to try to figure out where to put this game when I came from Korea. You see how big it is? It's a pretty weighty game because there's wood in here. And when you look at the picture in the box, you can see what the game looks like exactly. This is Tumbling Dice. You're rolling dice down this platform, trying to land on the bottom levels because the bottom levels score you the most points. And you see the bottom level is 4, you multiply that by whatever number's on the die. So it's a pretty simple game. Just flick these dice down, try to knock other people's dice off, and keep your own on. That's a simple dexterity game, but I like it. 1, I love rolling dice. And 2, it's big and fun, and when you play it, everyone comes around. We have whole tournaments based around tumbling dice. It's just an exciting, entertaining game to play, an easy addition to my top 100 games.
Number 92 is Pick a Paint.
Pick a Paint is a very simple game in which you have objects out here that are numbered from 1 to 20. Players have a hand of cards which will be various different paint colors. And on your turn, you will place these in order from 1 to 20. But as you're placing them, you can't place the same color in the same row or column. So for example, I could not put yellow here, 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 here. So players have to watch as they're slowly adding different colors to the board. And you can play cooperatively where you're basically trying to get all the colors out, or you can play competitively where someone is forced to put the same color in the same row or column. They lose points.
I like this game because I love to paint and I like it of how people look at their cards and like, oh no, what am I going to do? The thing is that I do not like it when I get like 3 of the same color in a hand because that's just annoying because. Number 92, Oven Ray.
Almond Ray is one of those games that in my introduction, I talked about those Euro games with no theme. Well, this one has a theme. You're building pyramids, and I've even seen some people really take the theme and make it interesting, but in all accounts, it's just one of those games where you're spending points to do other things. But there's some reason that this one has been in my top 10 list for the past 6 years, and that's because the auctions are very tight and balanced, and instead of saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around the table, there's certain places you have to bid. You have to go from 1 to 3 to 5 to 7. And you can't keep bidding on the same property. So everything in the game is very carefully thought. And then halfway through the game, the board, everything that you have is gone. It's like you've all died and your next generation comes into play. So even if you're doing very poorly in the first half, you may be able to build on what someone else has done in the second half. It's a very well-designed game, one I very much like, Almond Ray.
Number 91 is Zitternex.
To set up this game, you basically have to set the sticks up in such a fashion. You have a bunch of sticks that are set in a ring, and they're placed like thus. On your turn, you roll a die, and you look at the color on the die that you've rolled, which will be red, yellow, or blue, and then you must pull a stick of that color from out of the middle. Now, some of the sticks are easier to pull than others, but eventually someone's going to pull a stick that makes the whole thing collapse. Ha ha ha, that's basically all it is. A dexterity game, kind of like pick-up sticks, except the sticks are standing up.
I like this game because you're trying to pick the right stick for that color, and it takes a little bit of strategy for this game. The thing is, it takes a little while to set it up, trying to put the sticks in the right place, and I just like it. Number 91, Sale.
For Sale is a small card game, and I constantly, this has been on my top 10 list for a very long time because it's just that good of a card game. It's 30 cards that you're bidding for. First you bid with money, then you take the cards that you win with that money, and you use them to bid for checks that are worth $0 to $15,000. You're buying houses and selling them. It's such a simple game. It plays just as well with 3 players as it does with all the way up to 6, and it plays so quickly and yet has such strategy, and yet can be played with almost everyone. This is one of those games that I say, really, you need this in your collection, because there's always going to be people you can play this with. It's probably in the top 5 games that I play, period, just because of the multiple uses it has. Beyond all that, though, it's fun. Well, that's basically it for this time. We'll be back with our next video with 5 more great games from each one of us as we get closer and closer to number 1. If you like these, check out our website. There's more videos there, videos of, I think there's over 500 different videos you can check out now, but there's also an audio podcast which we put out every week, talking about board games, the best of board games. Anyway, until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Melody.
You've been watching The Dice Tower.
Bye-bye.
Tune into our next show for more Top 10 gaming goodness, or check out our website at www.thedicetower.com for more reviews and top 10 lists. Until next time, I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.